Hey friends, as we continue to think about ecology, I wanted to share a quick review of our latest activity with you. So here we go. So we were looking at activity 3, biomes, and we started by thinking about the cane toads that we studied in our last activity. We know that they were living in Australia and they were thriving in Australia where it's fairly warm and they have a extended wet season and a dry season. And so we wanted to know if we took those same toads and stuck them in an environment like Anchorage, Alaska, or Las Vegas, would those toads survive? What do we need to know to decide that? We need evidence. We need some kind of facts that we can look at. What kind of evidence would we want to use to compare those environments? So that's what we looked at in this activity. So there are specific traits about an organism that permit it to survive in any given ecosystem. And if it's moved somewhere else, then those traits are going to determine whether it survives and thrives in that new environment. So the factors that we look at are things that are biotic, which are living, or abiotic, which are non-living factors. The abiotic factors are things like climate, type of soil, terrain. Those are what are going to determine what is able to live in an environment, and we refer to those as biomes. So we can group different environments into these biomes based on those abiotic or non-living factors. So for our challenge, our purpose for this activity was to think about how do the characteristics of a biome determine the type of organisms found there. So we looked at 8 different biomes, and I'm going to give you just a quick summary of those here. They're in your book if you want to go through and reread them again. So we looked at a tropical rainforest, which is warm and humid year-round. We looked at a desert, which has hot days, cool nights, and low precipitation and humidity. We looked at the savanna, which has varying warm temperatures, a long dry season, and then a rainy season. We looked at a chaparral, which has dry, warm summers, and cool, mild winter, spring, and fall. We looked at a temperate grassland, which has cold winters and warm summers, with most of the rain in late spring and summer. We looked at a taiga, which has long, cold winters, with short, mild, moist summers. We looked at the temperate deciduous forest, which has cold winters and warm summers with year-round rainfall. And then we looked at the tundra, which has very cold and very low rainfall. A couple of our key vocab words, again, were the abiotic and biotic factors. So abiotic is non-living, biotic is living. Biomes, we talked again about ecosystems, and something we're going to keep coming back to, evidence. What evidence do we need? And what evidence can we use to make our point? So I hope that helps as you go through this quick check. If you have any questions that come up, let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in class again. See ya.